Hey, it's Saul Overman. I want to do a quick video here on a rifle that's been in my family for quite a while. My dad got this from, I think, a co-worker in about 1970. I remember it coming home. It's pretty rare. Marlin 22 short only slide action. So Marlin number 25, and Marlin reused that designation in the model 25. It's a pretty well-known rifle. It's a bolt action gun. This is much earlier than that. It's made between 1909 and 1910, so it's now a little over 100 years old. In fairly limited quantities, they were made, from my understanding, in the quantities of about 2,000. This one is marked with a serial number underneath the stock that's in the 3,000 range. It shows close-up of it. It's 22 short only, tube fed. It's very similar to its competitor, which was the Winchester 22 short only slide action that shared the same frame as their 22 long rifle slide action. It's a very diminutive rifle. It weighs 4 pounds. It's very thin and slender. I'll show my hand compared on the grip. 38 inches long overall. I believe the magazine holds 15 rounds of shorts or CBs. I'll show the marking if I can get it to show up. My light conditions are a little low today. Let's see here. Get it to focus. And it's about as good as it's going to get. It's marked Marlin number 25. And then on the barrel there it says 22 shorts and CB caps only. If I can get that to light up. I don't think it's going to. Those markings are very faint. Now, this gun has been re-blued. It was re-blued when we got it. It looked pretty freshly done at that time. A fairly decent re-blue job was done on it, although the buffing prior to the bluing did fade the markings quite a bit. It's always worked well. I've shot it quite a bit. I've hunted with it quite a bit. It's very accurate. Very quiet, as you can expect in a barrel that long from 22 shorts. The sights are very simple. Stuff fixed. It appears that could be drifted. I've never messed with it. They're pretty much right on. Sighted in right at about 50 yards. Exposed hammer. Let me show the other side of it. I intend on shooting this weekend, and we'll do a shooting video of it. We have some youngsters that we're going to take shooting, and this is one of the rifles that I wanted them to shoot. It's in pretty good shape for a 100-year-old gun. You can see the bluing starting to lose a little bit of that re-bluing. I try to keep it oiled and in a dry box, but still the handling of it, you'll lose a little bit of that blue over the years. Has a removable side plate. The bolt, as you can see, is very similar. Show it from this end with the firing pins protruding. Very similar to the bolt that was used on the Marlin 39 lever action 22. Bring the bolt back here. Put the camera down. Show a little bit more of the bolts in action there. Very short throw, as you'd expect from 22 short. It's very pleasant gun to shoot, really fun. 22 short, I believe, is a very much nowadays, especially neglected cartridge. What popularity it had is pretty much faded. No one's making guns specifically for 22 short, although you can see how diminutive and how short and handy you can make a gun in that caliber. Like I said, it's very quiet. With CB caps, it's more quiet than most air rifles. And even with the higher powered 22 short, hunting rounds really makes very, very little noise. You'll get more noise from the hammer falling and the bullet impacting a target if it hits something hard than you will from the actual report of the gun. There's a little bit different closing system. You can see a little bit more intricate than what's found on the later Model 39 and other tube action Marlins that you generally use a little bayonet. This has a little plunger, a little checkered plunger on the end of the tube. One thing I've ever had to do to this gun is I had to have the firing pin remade from a blue printed firing pin. The original one that was in the gun was broken. I took it to a gunsmith. who died, and by the time I found out that was deceased and went to collect the remnants of the broken firing pin, his family cleaned out his possessions, and I wasn't able to get it. So it cost me a lot of money to have that firing pin recreated from scratch, and it has held up well and it's worked well. I had that done in about 1990 on the gun. Missing, I may have that. I may have to look for that screw. May have a replacement for that. Missing that screw, and the fore end still works fine though. See, the old world craftsmanship definitely shows on this gun. The wood to metal fit, even after 100 years, is still, you know, really tight and nice. Curved, classical curved steel butt plate. There are other Marlin slide action rifles that have actions that are very similar to this. I believe one of them was the Model 27. Some of them I think came in 32 rimfire, and there may have been some centerfire cartridges that were done. Marlin never really seemed to take off with its slide action guns. It didn't spend a lot of effort on them, and none of them became really popular or widely sold. These are rarely encountered. I've seen a couple of them in gun shops over the years. That's where we got the blueprint for the firing pins. We actually found one on a shelf somewhere. I think they should be more valued than they are. I know that you can get one of these now for about $600 or $700, or maybe less if it's not in quite great condition. I think they're definitely undervalued as a collector for a gun by such a popular American maker in a usable caliber. That with this rare level of rarity, I believe that they should be valued a little bit higher than they are. So that's it. Hopefully this weekend we'll do a video of us shooting this gun. We can kind of show what it does. At any rate, that's it. Thanks for watching. This is Saul Overman in our Rare Marlin 22 short only video.